Is this the best camp skillet ever? We are gonna find out. I always love testing new pieces of equipment, and today we're gonna do that. We're gonna cook up some steak, cook up some potatoes in this new skillet that I've never tried before. Let's get cooking. Hey, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats, here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks, and we are talking base camp cooking here in Kelowna. We are at the BC Overland Rally, cooking up some workshops and having a great time meeting the folks up here. But I have a special guest here today. This is Brent from Corso Cookware.
Hello.
And he is passionate about outdoor cooking, but in a different way. He is passionate about making skillets.
Yeah.
And so I have seen these before. We've been colleagues for the last year or so, and I've never actually cooked on one, which is very exciting. And I love testing out new pieces of equipment. And tell us about these skillets and why they potentially could be the best camp skillet ever.
For sure. So you've been cooking for a long time, doing lots of backpacking stuff. That's where I started my cooking journey in the outdoors too, like backpacking, canoeing, all that sort of stuff. Loved it. And then I kind of started to get a little more into like vehicle access stuff. And I wanted to cook like I did at home, but I didn't want to lug a cast iron pan with me, and I didn't want to mess around with coated cookware or anything like that. So I started looking around for what the options were, and there wasn't a lot out there if you love to cook and you want high performance cookware, but that was still compact.
Sure.
So we really wanted something that was, worked like the stuff I had at home, but packed super compactly. And so we started Corso Cookware. So
that's awesome. And how long has Corso been going along?
Corso, we launched last summer, so in the summer of 2024.
Okay.
And then this year, 2025, has been our first full year in business. So yeah, direct to consumer sales, and yeah, it's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I've seen the skillets, and for the folks, they look like this when they would arrive, and they do require a seasoning step, correct?
Yeah, so you treat them just like a cast iron frying pan. So they come as you bare carbon steel, and then over time you season it, and they gain more patina as you cook. And yeah, these are my own personal frying pans that have had a lot of love, a lot of care, and they look pretty good.
Nice. And as far as this handle, tell me about this, because this is something that looks pretty special to Corso.
Yeah, for sure. So the thing that sets our handle, our cookware apart from other camp cookware is our handle. And so it's a forged aluminum handle that we custom designed to work with our frying pans.
Cool.
Awesome part is it's designed to mimic what you would find in a professional kitchen. So it keeps your hand up and away. The shape of it's really nice. You can saute with it. You can move around, but then also like it comes right off. You can move it to the big pan as well really easily. Sorry, I'm not usually doing this sitting down. But you can move the big pan really easily. And then it comes off as well. It doesn't heat up. One pan for each handle.
That's pretty nice. And as far as packability too, because then these can scallop together, or you can just put this in a drawer or in a rig, and then you don't have this much footprint to be able to work around.
Exactly.
And so how many versions of this did you make?
Of the handle? Oh man, we iterated on that quite a bit. I would hazard a guess like over 10 different distinct versions with like little tweaks here and there. But yeah, it started just as like what could work. We started with like pliers and modifying kitchen utensils, and didn't really see what we were looking for. And like, okay, so we went into 3D printing different designs and how to fit perfectly with the with our pans. And then as we got more and more into the design, the usability of it was a big thing. And this bottom piece kind of acts like a spring. And so getting the right tension on the wire, all this sort of stuff, it really took us a lot of iterating. But I worked with an amazing engineer, Cam, and we really worked together and really refined how the handle works in the pan.
Well, I love that you took the time, and this reminds me of a kind of like a Chicago-style pizza grip.
Oh yeah, totally.
Sort of situation.
Yes, 100%.
But what I appreciate is it's sturdy. This thing is not going to fly around or slick around, and especially when this is hot, that's kind of a danger. And so I love that it's very, very sturdy, and then again, you can take it off.
Totally. Yeah, and the more you grip it, the sturdier it is too. So it doesn't really, there's no weird buttons, there's nothing to click. The harder you grip, the more sturdy it is.
Well, and there's also no springs in here too. It's just literally the pliers.
Yeah, we were really intentional about making this really simple. There's only 4 pieces: the 2 pieces of the handle, this wire, and a screw. And so there's no buttons, there's no fine moving pieces. It's easy to operate. And you could kick it in the dirt. This thing's gonna last forever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I would like to give these skillets a little bit of a test today. Make a little dinner snack for us here. And so what I'm looking for a skillet is especially with something like this, is something that's generally nonstick, and then also that's gonna give you a good even sear on a steak. because that's what you want from usually a cast iron skillet. But also I've been more concerned with Teflon and other coated pans that I kind of don't really want to eat off of them. But then what are the options for more nonstick options out there that could be a little bit safer? So we're gonna chop up some veggies, get the steak going in the skillet, and see how these work.
Awesome.
Sounds good?
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So on the menu, we've got a big fat London broil, little seasoning on that, and then a skillet potato, which could be a side dish for dinner, but also a great thing for breakfast too. So we are gonna get both of these rolling here. Both of these nice and warm.
Yeah, they should heat up pretty fast, being that they're carbon steel.
Okay.
Yeah, just need probably a minute and a half or so, and they'll be pretty hot, especially on high.
Yeah, I've been noticing carbon steel around a little bit more.
Yeah.
I've cooked on it before, and it is a nice even heat and a very good sturdy construction. But I noticed that folks have induction burners, whether that's outside here or inside. That's a choice for folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's becoming more available.
Yeah, I think as people become more aware of coated cookware and like the trade-offs that come with using that, that they're looking for something more durable, something that's going to last a long time. Doesn't matter if you scratch it, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And for the camp cookware, it's really ideal because of all those things, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you could throw, we got a water bottle down there. If you could throw some water in our skillet over there, we'll have that for our potatoes, and we're just going to boil them up. Yeah, that heated up quite quickly. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Probably that whole thing.
Okay.
Yep. Nice. And then throw in our potatoes. Oh yeah.
A little water in that oil.
We are ready. Love it.
Awesome.
That is always a great sound. So this is a pretty big and thick cut of beef. So I'm going to turn the heat down to about medium. But what I do know about carbon steel is that it has very even heat retention, very similar to cast iron.
Yeah, it reacts really nicely to the heat too. Unlike cast iron, where it really holds the heat, you lower the heat on the pan and it pretty quickly lowers in the, or you lower the heat on the stove and it pretty quickly lowers in the pan too.
Okay.
So,
well, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to season up our second side here.
What's the seasoning you're putting on there?
Yeah, so I've got a little bit of fancy gray salt, and then this is just a barbecue rub.
Oh yeah, nice.
Thought we'd add a little bit of flavor here today.
Yeah, why not?
Smelling good so far. Yeah.
The very first camp meal I cooked on my own, I was like 17. Two of my best friends and I went on a canoe trip. Yeah. And the first night we took steaks, and they were the biggest steaks, super thick. We froze them, and then like canoed into our site. And I have this picture of me still with this like steak cooked over a fire that was just like it was like the size of my face, and like my smile was just like so huge. So it's a good camp meal. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love those memories of cooking outside, and like I love remembering those and then also creating new ones.
Totally.
Because food outside, it just tastes better.
100%. I was listening to your presentation today and thinking about like my ethos is very much on par of like, eating food outside just makes food so much better, makes the experience so much better when you're eating a good meal. Yeah. It's not hard to cook good food, and like you nail some basics and you can really elevate your entire experience. Like the next best thing after where you are is how good that meal was last night. And like preaching to the converted, right? Like totally. We're on the same team.
We're on the same team here, but I love that you have dug into this camp skillet sort of pickle, because there are some options out there. Yeah. But I haven't quite found the best one. But it's food in the outdoors is what it's all about, and I love cooking and I love sharing with folks, and it's pretty darn great.
I always think it's something that brings us, like, it's something that is just like so innately human as well.
Yep.
Like this thing we're doing right here, cooking something together in the outdoors,
Yep.
like this is like the most basic human function. Like we've been doing this forever. And I think that's part of why it feels so good, because
Yeah.
it's just like innately who we are as humans.
Absolutely. And you know, it used to be over a campfire, but now we've got fancy burners and different skillets, and you know, maybe better ingredients. But yeah, it still goes back to that. So, question I have for you is, so what do these weigh?
Oh, good question. The small pan weighs about, I think it's 1.8 pounds.
Okay.
So just around 2 pounds. And
Okay.
the big pan weighs like 2.2. So they roughly weigh about 2 pounds.
Okay.
The handle is 400 grams, I think.
Okay.
So, excuse me. So yeah, so you have about, a pan is about 2.5 pounds with the handle.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the metric conversion down here for you guys, up here in Canadian North. And if you want to come in real quick, we're going to do a steak flip, which is always the best. Oh, buddy. But what I'm seeing so far, that nice crust, that nice Maillard reaction, even cooking across this whole thing,
Yeah.
is quite nice. That's getting me excited.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yep. Maybe a nice sizzle. So we just been hanging out, waiting for our potatoes to cook. I flipped the steak, and this is looking pretty good. And I turned off the burner and have some residual heat here. And I'm always really excited for steak, but like you do need to let it rest for like 5 to 10 minutes, or else those juices are gonna go everywhere. So I like to set a timer, because I'm like, don't cut into the steak until the timer goes.
Right.
So
Self-control.
self-control, and it will deliver a better product. So potatoes are just about done here, so we're gonna drain off our water. But this has been cooking very, very nicely. I'm very impressed with the even cooking. Just gonna drain this into a bowl over here. We'll dispose of this properly. What I really liked about this is, as I was tipping the pan over, is I didn't feel like it was slipping.
Nice.
So very sturdy grip on there.
Gonna go down.
Oh, we go down.
Yeah.
There you go. You don't know until you know. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. And if you want to throw those veggies in there for
Sure.
me, please, that'd be great. So I just have a half an onion and an Anaheim pepper. I like having a little color and a little heat for the skillet potatoes. Some salt. We're keeping this super simple though.
This will be our stir.
Sure, like
Or you can just toss 'em.
I gotta try the toss, right?
Yeah, there you go.
The Chefy Chef toss. And again, I do not feel like this is gonna go anywhere. So good job. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we were pretty intentional when we designed the handle and the pan to be able to have that movement, to be able
Yeah.
to, saute, toss food around and manipulate your food easily.
Well, and I think the other thing to think about is that everybody has different grip strengths too.
Yeah.
So it's very nice that it's sturdy, but then has the clip down here, so you know it's locked. Where somebody else lifting and maybe doesn't have as much strength and holding the weight, it's going to keep it safe.
Totally.
Nice. So what has been the coolest thing you've cooked in your skillet?
Ooh, that's a great question. One of my favorite things I've been cooking recently is like a crispy gnocchi dishes. So just taking like shelf-stable gnocchi and crisping it up in the pan. We did one. We were in Joshua Tree. We did one with Brussels sprouts and some Italian sausage and crispy gnocchi. That was really good. That's probably one of the coolest.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
if you guys don't know this, but gnocchi comes in a pre-made, pre-vacuum sealed pouch. And I can take this backpacking, it's fine, but for any sort of trail meal, it is a really good ingredient, very sturdy, very hearty. And yeah, with this, you can get a nice crispy on it.
Totally.
Super good. And you can add any flavor you want. You can do pesto, sun-dried tomatoes, veggies.
We do like some burst tomatoes sometimes with a little basil
yes.
and some mozzarella.
Love that.
Or another good one's peas. Some fresh peas. You could do a little mint or some sausage as well. That's another nice combo.
Other thing I was thinking is, speaking of peas, is just a really awesome Asian snap pea. So some hot sesame oil, some garlic
yeah.
and ginger in there,
Yeah.
and then throw those peas in there, get them all hot, sizzle, and toss.
That'd be delicious.
That would be so good.
Yeah. One of my other favorites is like blister shishito peppers.
Yes.
That's like they're so good, and like they work so good in the pan. I love making those. Those are really awesome.
Well, both of these skillets did very well with the steak test and the skillet test. And what I noticed when I was cooking and scraping is that I felt okay scraping.
Nice.
Where there's some other makeups and pans, there was like no way I would scrape metal utensil onto a non-stick pan. It's just like not gonna work. No. And then you're gonna get like a really thick layer of burned on stuff, which you don't want. But like I want those crumbly bits of potatoes in our skillet potatoes. So I felt very comfortable scraping on that. And I'm not gonna mess anything up. So I think we're ready. This is great.
This looks amazing.
Quick, easy trail meal, only a couple ingredients. And our steak looks pretty darn good too.
And it's nice too, like potatoes, onions, peppers, like you don't really need to refrigerate them.
You do
so like
not.
they'll stay fresh for days in the back of your rig or in a boat or wherever.
Absolutely. All right, should we try the potatoes first or the steak first?
Potatoes.
Potatoes, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a potato guy.
All right.
So I like potatoes too.
When in Rome. Those are so good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These are just so simple, but you do need that crispiness and caramelization on the bottom, and you can't get that from every pan.
That's what makes it taste like perfectly salty, but that crispiness is like the kind of diner potato, like skillet potato that like, yeah.
Yes, totally.
That's so good.
Well, I think we need to try our steak too, because that's just sitting over there. I mean, I think we just, oops. Oh, we're dripping. That's great. Here you go.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice crispy outside. Good flavor. I'm really proud of my cook today.
It was great.
Yeah, I think both these skillets passed the test. So awesome. The other thing I do want to test is some eggs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So guys, this is what eggs look like cooking. Man, awesome. Like, thank you so much for sharing these skillets with me. Again, I've seen them around at some different trade shows, but never cooked on them, but I am very impressed with them. And I can't wait to cook more on them and try some more things out. And, oh man, who's this?
Oh, this is Frazee.
Frazee. Yeah. Do you want some, oh, you smell some steak. Yeah.
Just knows what's up.
So, guys, is this the best camp stove ever? Yeah. I can't think of a better one. A cast iron skillet is good and does the job. I have one in my rig right now, but I love that this is a little bit lighter and has just a sort of different heat reaction than cast iron. Would I take this one backpacking? Potentially. Might be a little bit heavy for backpacking, but if I really want some nice pancakes or a seared something, I could see taking that. We all have choices on the equipment that we want to take, but that's not that big and could totally work. So if folks want to buy these, where can they get them?
Yeah, for sure. If anyone's interested, www.goso, G-O-S-O, cookware.com.
Okay.
And yeah, we have a whole different iterations of different packages and pans. You can buy our 10-inch pan, our 8-inch pan on our website. So
nice.
Yeah, it's all there.
And if you're in the United States or in Canada, easy shipping?
Yeah, we ship all over the world, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again. Great to share a trail meal with you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and I'm glad we could finally cook together.
100%. Likewise.
Cheers.
Sweet. Thanks, Ski.